Hey, you guys. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the project known as Slowvember. Slowvember is a project that I came up with a couple of years back, and it's a pretty fun project. It's a month-long challenge. So without further ado, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about it, and I'll show you guys some tips and tricks to get through it if you haven't done this before. So what you guys are seeing now is just the first page of this PDF that I made, and you can download it on my website anytime you want to. But basically, Slowvember is a month-long challenge, and it's a challenge to get you to really slow down, figure out what your process is, figure out what kind of work you want to be making, find out what your obstacles are. Everybody has different obstacles. A lot of people never finish an image all the way to full completion. And so this challenge is about slowing down a little bit, actually finishing something that you care about, hopefully getting a portfolio piece out of it, but if not, learning a little bit about your process as you go through this. As you go through this process, a month-long process, please share your work, hashtag Slowvember, Lee White, Illo, and SVS Learn, who is sponsoring this project for us. Let me go to page 2. This is where we get into it. This is just a sample of a process. You can come up with your own or modify this as much as you need to. But I like to break it down like this. It's pretty simple, and let's go ahead and go over it. So what is your project goal and why? A lot of people are just always painting and always drawing. Don't ever stop to say, why am I making this image, or what kind of image should I be making? And so that's really the first step is what do you want to make, and why haven't you made it before? And maybe you're changing gears. Maybe you're going to try a new media. Maybe you're going to try a new subject matter or direction or whatever. This is your chance to do that in a way that's social. There's a social momentum behind it, sort of like Inktober or some of these other challenges. Sometimes it helps to be in it with other people. I'm going to do it as well, and so you can follow me on my Instagram page. And my project's going to last about 6 months, but I'm going to do a 1-month version of that. So first off is, what's your project goal and why? The second thing is, what are you actually going to deliver at the end of the month? Be conservative there. Most of the time people say, oh, I'm going to do 10 images, or I'm going to do this crazy amount of stuff, and they never actually can complete that much. I'd rather you just do 1 image over the course of the whole month. If you can do 1 image and make it really good. Remember, it's about slowing down, not these challenges where you're just sketching or doing things really quick. This is about getting a nice finish on something. Third step, how will you share your process? Again, like I said a few minutes ago, please share it on Instagram or however you want to do it. Get a crit group. How often are you going to share it? But it's important that you do share it. I think it's nice to have expectations on yourself, and also, like I said, to use the momentum of the crowd to keep going. This feels a little bit different though than a month challenge where you're sketching every day and posting every single day. It's not about that. So I would recommend slowing down, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Just post some process stuff. I typically break my project down into, obviously, the weeks of the month. It's a month-long project, and have a couple different things here that I recommend. The first thing is your weekly goals. What do you actually want to have happen? The second thing is deliverables. What are you going to get out of the week? And an example of that would be, like, for week 1, I'll just go through my process. Week 1, my goal would be research and development, and my deliverables out of that would be, I want to get exact kind of reference that I want. My color palettes should probably start to be picked. What am I shooting for? I'll pick like style boards and pick some images and textures and other kind of references. Just basically getting the project going and getting it together. So, whatever those deliverables are to you, I might start doing thumbnail sketches week 1, and then that's going to drive some of my research and development. But week 1 for me is really about research and development. I'll make a Pinterest board, and that has worked really well in the past. Week 2 is going to be really getting into the thumbnail sketches and starting to find some good sketches. My deliverables for the month, I want to make 2 portfolio level images for a big project that I'm working on. And so I want to at least get into those thumbnail sketches and get 2 at least good workable versions by the end of week 2. By week 3, that's when I want to get into value studies, some color studies, finalize my sketch and make sure that I've got the right stuff in the illustration and I've worked out all the problems. And week 4, I just reserved for painting. Everything should be figured out at that point. My color palette, my value, all that stuff. And so I can just cruise right to the end. By the end of week 4, I should have 2 portfolio level images. If you're exploring something new, just make it 1. I don't think you should go over 3 or 4, depending on what your style is and how you work. And that's it. Again, change this as you want to. It's a really simple idea, and I hope it helps you out. Thank you.